Yo, 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 Scorpio. Happy birthday, babe. It's your girl, Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio season 2022. It's your motherfucking birthday, bitch. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. For free content, check out my Instagram at justj_everything, TikTok at justjeverything, and for other dope shit that I do, get you a customized herbal spirit soap, little bath soak, body scrub. Check out the website, justjeverything.com. So, check out the Scorpio season astrology video. All the dates and whatnot are over there, but you know, it's your birthday, so I'm gonna do what I can to give you all the tea. So, speaking of tea, it's gonna be hot. It's intense. We're shifting from I balance to I desire. So hopefully you found yourself some fucking balance in Libra season, because your desires are coming up from the surface. Truth coming in, coming up from the surface. One ruling planet is now direct. The other is about to retrograde for a while. So it's going to be a lot, Scorpio. You're ruled by Pluto, Hades, the god of the underworld. Pluto, the planet of ordeals and the transformations that arise from them, has been in Capricorn. It's funny, I synced it. This Four of Pentacles is Sun in Capricorn. And so it's been in the sign of Capricorn in there, and now it's direct. It was retrograde in Capricorn for a while. Now it's direct, moving forward, going onward into Aquarius, soon enough. And there is this recovery from the truth, recovery from everything that's, come to light. All these desires, there could be, shifts. There should have been shifts in your career. So things may finally be shifting or like settling down and getting into place. But either way, there's a path of forward progression that should be revealing itself to you soon. So please hold tight. Mars, on the other hand, will be retrograding in Gemini on October 30th and will be retrograde until January 13th or something of 2023. Mars, your other ruling planet, the god of war, the planet that governs our physical activity, our sexual drive, our ambition, our motivation. There is this retrograde in the sign of I think in Gemini. So there's definitely Scorpio, and you're going to feel this heavily. How you think, how you respond, how you react, whether you react or respond, there's going to be a shift in the way that you process information, the way that you make choices, the way that you interact with people, the way that you express yourself, communicate. There's going to be and should be major shifts. So welcome that shit in, please. And on the 23rd of October, you get the Sun and Venus on the same day. And the Sun and Venus coming together in your sign, things are on the up and up, babe. So trust and believe. Things are on the up and up. It's about to get really, really good if you let it. But I want to reiterate, Scorpio, we have the experience that we expect. So if you expect doom and gloom, guess what you're about to get? And so, let's not play that game. Let's toy around with optimism. Let's toy around with, how does choosing faith over fear, how does that feel? Hydrate, light it if you got it. I'm ready to dive in. So that week of the 23rd, I believe, is a Sunday. And so then the 25th, we have the new moon partial solar eclipse in your sign, Scorpio. And solar eclipses, they change our trajectory in life. Where we think we're going, what we see ahead of us is going to skirt a little bit. There is, it's not a total, it's a partial solar eclipse. But it's still a fucking eclipse. And so there is this, eclipsing out, something suddenly like possibly going out or something suddenly coming in, but it has a lot to do with seeds that you've previously planted. So I feel like if you've been setting intentions of moving forward and your actions have reflected your trajectory, you're about to really like come the fuck up in some sort of way. Some of you really been getting after it. On the 29th of October, Mercury comes into your sign and joins the fucking party. So there's this stellium that's going to give you the ability to just communicate so beautifully and communicate your deepest, darkest desires to yourself, at least. Should you choose to share them with someone else, awesome. But you at least got to say the shit to yourself and own it, and own your wanting, own your desires, own your understanding, because once you understand your desires, there is a different level of understanding about the self and the world that you're in and the environment that you're in that you can really like play upon. So so that week, late October, early November is going to be a bit of a doozy. On November 8th, we have the full moon total lunar eclipse in your shadow in Taurus, in the sign of I have. I'm going to do different separate readings for them, but your relationship to devotion, your relationship to obsession, your relationship to your passion, your relationship to your possessions, that shit is going to be shifting. So light it if you got it. Hydrate as we clear out this energy and welcome in our benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for Scorpio season 2022. Just relax, kick it with me for a bit. Let's see what Scorpio needs to know. First card out is a Nine of Pentacles reversed. Some of you have been denying your independence, or for some of you, you've been doing it like so well, going on your own for so long that I feel like, yeah, something new is coming in. Some of you, if you're in a committed relationship, there could be a reinvigoration of passion or a coming together or a separating and a temptation. This could go either way for you guys. So the first thing out to be clarified on the Selenite throne is your relationship to your physical body, your relationship to your money, your relationship to your agency, your sovereignty, your autonomy, your relationship to your job, your relationship to your career. Maybe some of you are like, you used to work from home, now you're working in the office, or vice versa. You're used to working for a small corporation, now you're working for a big corporation, or you're used to working for a corporation and now you're an entrepreneur. There is some sort of shift or an ending in your relationship to your physical body or to money. And I feel like in regards to your physical health, there is this need to, like, you know better. Whatever it is that if you're struggling with your, because not everybody is having health issues, but for those of you who are, I feel like your relationship to food, the amount that you're eating, maybe even how much money you're spending on food. It could be like going out too often or getting DoorDash every meal, or there could just be a lot, like an excess of money spent on food, an excess of money spent on maybe even like beauty products or health, or, you know, like, or makeup and stuff. It's time to slow down in some sort of way. This retrograde, it's like we just left Pluto retrograde, now going into Mars retrograde, and there's definitely going to be a shift in the pace that you are used to. Some of you, this has to do with your like financial independence. Some of you, there is a big transformation coming in regards to like you being like maybe single or not. Maybe like maybe you've been alone for a long time and now you may be meeting somebody, or you've been dating someone for a long time and now you're getting ready to be single. You cannot fight the change. You cannot deny what needs to be done. Nine of Pentacles and then 9 minutes on the clock. So there is some sort of bring awareness to what needs to end. You are the Death card, and The sooner that you can own that you are an agent of transformation and an agent of metamorphosis, the sooner that you will really have a more peaceful experience. You are meant to initiate change and metamorphosis and transformation in other people's lives, in the lives of those around you. So trust and believe. There's a different kind of leveling up that's taking place. Lots of feminine energy coming out. So it's important to get into a place of receiving, getting into a place of feeling comfortable and confident and secure. Some of you, it's like you have a vision, and now it's like you haven't been spending money on, spending your money on the vision, and now it's time to spend this money on creating this vision, fulfilling the life that you want to lead. For some of you, it's like you have been spending all of your money on like this, you know, getting to this certain level or to getting a promotion or something of that nature. And the cost has been maybe your self-care or self-love. So there is a need to look at balance, where you've put your money and where you're putting your energy. And is it and is it getting you to a place where you're feeling more secure and confident, like the vision is coming true? I feel like there also could be someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that's playing a big role. Someone with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements may not be behaving the way that they normally do. Saturn is going direct the same day that Scorpio season start. Wow, okay. The King and Queen, the Queen and King of Wands are out. Some of you is like, I don't want to be a player no more. I want to get married. Let's get married. I don't know. Sorry. Some of you have options. Some of you, like, there's someone who is a very good match for you, a very good pair. Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And I feel like Libra season is kind of like, has been exposing to you what kind of partnership you want. What kind of marriage you want, what kind of commitment you want, what kind of friends you want to be around. I also feel like some of you could have met a great business partner or like a business match, or this is someone who like you can have successful progress forward with. Heavy Leo energy showing up, but Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I also feel like there may even be something with animals, and animals in every picture. Like a pet, a familiar is in every photo. So I feel like taking care, some of you may have to, there may be an expense on a dog or a cat or an animal. You may be thinking about getting an animal. And I feel like wait till it feels like it's your familiar. Wait till it feels like, you know, like you found like your soulmate in an animal's body. Don't just go out and get like, you know, a COVID puppy, you know what I mean? Just because like you're quarantined, you know, that kind of thing. Like don't do it on like a whim just because like you're lonely and you want to care for something. Care for your fucking self. I love you. Some of you also, it feels like don't go spending a whole bunch of money on pets or on an animal, but you may have, there may be like unexpected vet bills or something with animals. That's unexpected, an unexpected expense. Or a choice that you need to make. Do you want to, you know, pay all this money for this thing or this surgery or this project? King and Queen of Wands showing out. There's a good pair. For some of you, it's like, let's say your phone is dry as fuck, you're not dating anybody, you're single. Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck, that could be changing. And let's say it's not romantic. It may just be someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that's a great like match for you, or a great friend coming in. Or just a good partner, just like good pairs here. If you consider yourself polyamorous, there could be someone that is just, that's coming in that just like really gets it, really gets you. You guys are like very much so looking at each other, very much so like the eye on the prize, very much so connected. There's like a couple here and you can feel the heat between them. If you are in a couple and you're not experiencing this, you may be starting to really crave that kind of heat, that really kind of, you know, passion between you and your partner. So put the work in to do what you got to do to get it there. And don't sit around and expect the other person to do it for you. I feel like it's an effort to like get it together. All right, can you please continue for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio season 2022. I feel like there is a major leveling up in confidence and trusting your originality and like being done second guessing yourself. The vision has the opportunity to become the reality. It is time to really start believing in yourself. Start dressing the part. Start adorning yourself. There is a leveling up. Going from the queen to the king of wands, there is a leveling up in passion, in success, in business, in entrepreneurship, in like whatever it is that you're doing work-wise. I do feel like there is some sort of leveling up after maybe some like a bit of a scare or something. I feel like it's really important to address the any kind of issues, or address or give love to your sacral energy, your sexual energy, your solar plexus, your willpower. It's time to like acknowledge those lower chakras and really getting yourself to a point where you are feeling in flow. It's like everybody wants to open their third eye and their crown chakra, and it's like, no, focus on your fucking root. Make sure you're not in survival mode. Make sure that you're thriving before you go trying to like access, and spiritually bypass all the important shit. Page of Swords reversed. There's a lot of court cards. Three of the 5 are court cards. So there could be just a lot of cooks in the kitchen. There could be some uncomfortable conversations that are needing to be had. Some powerful truths that people are holding back. This person may have kids. There may be someone coming into your life that has kids. And you may not, the kids may not like you, or you may not like the kid, or there could be just like weird energy between you and the kid. There may be someone with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that you're not having the best conversations with, or some shit may come down through the grapevine. And I feel, or there's information that's found on social media. If you're feeling suspicious about someone, you have the opportunity to get yourself all the way unstuck by way of accessing information. Mercury coming into your sign is going to give you this influx of like communicative energy, this influx of like finding the words, finding the language to really get yourself unstuck. The Hangman reverse is great. This is breakthroughs in your mental health and your spirituality. There could be some uncomfortable conversation with someone with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Pisces placements. Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. But it's like the divine's about to spin the block for you. That's what this really feels like. You may be feeling like shit is shaky because things are turning. The wheel is turning, and it's turning in your favor. Because there's this brand new leap of faith, and the divine wants you betting on you. And you will start to bet on you once you get really, really lighthearted and you ditch all that baggage, all the heaviness. There may be like this bout of superficiality, or really caring about the aesthetic, really caring about looks, or the house you're in, the car you drive, or there may be people around you who are really, who are being really superficial in some sort of way. And it feels like it's important to acknowledge or distance yourself from those kinds of energies, Scorpio. With King of Wands in the center of the reading, the goal is you betting on you. The goal is trusting in your originality, trusting in your ability to overcome whatever obstacles come your way, trusting your ability to say what needs to be said eloquently so that you can get yourself out of any sticky situation that you found yourself in. There are certain situations that you can't approach it like the scorpion. You've got to approach it like a cat. And I feel like you will start to know when, start to pay attention, start to listen to your gut. And in regards to responding, in regards to, you know, making sure that you're responding and you're not reacting to everything. Because there are some things that you've been holding back, or maybe people around you have been holding back. This could be like you getting a talk to at work, or you having to give a talk to someone at work. There could be a lot of like younger people around or kids around. A lot of like younger people or kids that have gotten hired or that have moved in around you or something of that nature. You just could be kind of like at odds with the youth or your inner child, and it's time to really access that. It's time to unpack that. There could just be cloudiness or confusion that has been lurking for too long, and words, healthy communication is what, you know, breaks through this cloudiness and brings in these hella aha moments where you start to get these new perspectives and understandings about why you've felt powerless or why you've felt held back or forsaken in some sort of way. Being done with like the punishing of yourself, being done with like the people around you who have been punishing you or who have, you know, like kept you kind of in that like weird limbo or in between. There's just a breaking free. You can really cut yourself down. I also feel like there are conversations that you have with people that are younger than you or possibly more immature than you in some sort of way that start to make a lot of sense. It just made me think of this meme I saw, and it's like, help, I'm arguing with this motherfucker and he's starting to make a lot of sense. And then the person writes back and is like, bitch, start crying. Don't do that. There could be some sort of like breaking of an emotional habit. 2222 on the clock. I just saw there is just a certain level, I feel like, of spiritual and emotional and communicative mastery that really wants to come in, and you can't do it if you keep yourself isolated. I feel like whatever has happened in Libra season, it's gotten you more social. There are more people in your life, more people that you're interacting with. So allow yourself to be discerning about who you let close. You already are, of course, but let people in and let yourself have fun. Let yourself communicate. You just fucking might meet someone. And I feel like the people that, and the someone doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be someone that's, you know, important to you, someone that encourages you and that has something. It's like you have one half of the codes and they have the rest. And it gets to unlock this prosperity that wants to come in. Because it does want to come in. And come Capricorn season, Pluto retrograde in now direct in Capricorn. Come Capricorn season, I feel like you're not going to be feeling nowhere near as stuck as you have been for the, you know, a lot of 2020, 2021, even 2022, hell. There is this clarity, and I'm excited to dive in. Go on ahead. I hope you join us over in Patreon, where we dive into the Patreon plunge and clarify each one of these cards. Let's get into it. I love you. You got this. All right, Scorpio, let's get into it. I want to start by pointing out the Nine of Pentacles is the only minor arcana. The rest are court cards and, you know, one major. With the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, with the Fool, and, you know, after that, I do feel like we are in, hey, wow, there's some really big changes ahead. And big changes, especially in regards to your work ethic, in regards to how much, like some of you are putting work into something and the divine is like really backing you up because it's your fucking justice. For all of the shadow that you've experienced, there's this period of light that has been due, and that's coming in. And so let's get into, please clarify the Nine of Pentacles reversed for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There is this, lots of drapey stuff, so I think also like a change in your aesthetic, or a change in like, maybe you went from, you know, wearing a lot of loungewear to now dressing up, or vice versa. There's just definitely a shift in how you adorn yourself, how you value yourself, and the pace that you're going. Six of Pentacles. Yep, the wheel is turning and the scales are balancing out. The tables are turned. The divine's about to spin the block for that ass, I promise. There's investors coming in, money, good news, good opportunities coming in. And it may look like actually like you're taking a hit before you realize that things are not as they seem. There may be just some sort of hang-ups that you're encountering. Injustices kind of that plague you or have plagued you, that have, you know, maybe convinced you to lose sight of like what you really believe in. But you may think that things are at a standstill, and they're not. Nothing is as it seems right now. And there is a big time letting go that's taking place that needs to be, you know, acknowledged. And I feel like the way that the divine has to get your attention is like by way of fear sometimes. Invoking fear, all of a sudden, it's like you start listening, you start paying attention, you start acting right. Don't get to a point of being scared before you start doing the right thing. And maybe let's say that's not you, and you've been really consistent. You haven't been ignoring what, you know, your hunches. You haven't been ignoring your connection to spirit. I'm telling you, there is just something about like you've earned your stripes, you being given something. There could be some sort of promotion or investment, or someone with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements that's really like changing up on you in some sort of way. Maybe someone specifically with Taurus or Libra placements. But I feel like your relationship to your vision in life is shifting. Please clarify the Queen of Wands. There's definitely this feeling confident that's coming in. This feeling, the King of Cups almost flashed out. So there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. Some of you may be really dating a lot of people, or there's a lot of family in town, or you're considering a lot of different, a lot of people's opinions maybe all of a sudden. Or you just are in a more social kind of environment. And I feel like, I hope that you're starting to let yourself feel more confident. I just heard managerial, so there could be just some sort of like, maybe a new manager or a new manager position that becomes available, or you like leveling up past that. Please clarify the Queen of Wands, but I feel like it's time to get a vision. Get a vision, hold the vision, put action and effort into the vision, and watch yourself level up. Yes, because there is success. There is hella Leo energy coming through. For some of you, your father may be coming into town, or you may be meeting a Leo, or there could be someone with having kids. You may be thinking about having kids, but I just feel like there is this realization, like the sun is coming into your sign, and the sun illuminates, the sun reveals, the sun, and whatever comes in, you need to start trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, because you've seen so many red flags, and now like you're not going to ignore them. Start trusting yourself. Start trusting yourself to trust other people. Trusting yourself that you know how to pick a good friend, that you know how to pick a good partner, so that you start doing it. Because I feel like interaction is really important for you. Getting yourself to a point of feeling very secure in yourself. I also feel like wielding your sexual energy differently. There could just be a certain level of feeling yourself, and you're like with the shit, you know, and because you're so confident, you attract in someone that's very confident and aware of themselves, and someone that's like noble and spiritual. But I feel like you guys are just in a place where you're fucking done doing shit the old way. You're fucking bored. You've been bored, and either you are starting to rise up as a leader in some sort of way, or there's someone, a leader rising up that you really believe in and that you really want to back. And there's like this long-term goal or vision, big picture thinking that's coming through. So some of you are like leading the way towards some sort of new goal. And if you have the opportunity to take the lead, do it enthusiastically. This inspiration, whatever it is, this inspiration, it needs to take form. And one thing about the kings is like others follow when the kings show the way. So some of you may be in a position where you're pioneering something. Or there's someone coming in that is not a fucking wallflower, someone that maybe is, you know, is a center of attention. This person could be causing up or stirring up jealousy inside of you, and you need to ask why. Please clarify the King of Wands. What can you see yourself succeeding at, Scorpio? More court cards. Definitely a possibility that this person has kids. Or there could be someone that's married, or a couple that's coming in is really helping you. Maybe you're exploring like hooking up with a couple, or hanging out with people who are partnered, or exploring ethical non-monogamy. Please let that shit be ethical. But I feel like you nourishing and nurturing yourself, you initiating a new relationship with yourself, a new relationship to your passion, a new relationship to the present, is going to put you in a position where this uprising of power, you really fucking feeling yourself and you feeling capable of doing anything comes through. And I like this Mars retrograde in Gemini for us. I think it's going to reveal a lot of truths that need to be explored and looked at and talked about. And Mercury in your sign is going to help you speak the truth that you've been holding back. It's going to help you be more appropriate. It's going to help you be way more confident. This is the sun also. The sun is shining in some dark crevices of your heart. And it's going to help you say some things that need to be said. Please clarify the Page of Swords reversed. Or it's going to help you hear some things that need to be heard. They may be disappointing, they may be painful, but either way they get you free. And freedom is the name of the game. Please clarify the Page of Swords reversed. King of Pentacles, all the court cards, Jesus. There may be, this feels like stuff at work. I feel like some of you are really doing well at work, or you find some way to, get like peace in your mind. You find some way to start letting things get stable. This may be an uncomfortable conversation with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, an uncomfortable conversation with a coworker, or there could be like shifts in your work environment. You may figure out like, hey, I don't like doing this, but I can take this and I can flip this and make this my own thing. I feel like some of you are somehow coming up with some sort of entrepreneurial pursuit or a passion project or something that can definitely make you some sense and starts making sense logically. Once you start getting quiet and listening to what the divine says, there is this healing of the mind, this new stability in the mind that comes in, and you start working towards that peace, that comfort, that stability. You just have to trust. You have to trust in you. You have to trust in these visions that come in. I also feel like it's time to sleep more, rest more, daydream more, so that you can let these visions come in, these goals, these dreams, these wonderings Please clarify the Hangman reverse. But some of you may be feeling real like stubborn or like resistant to giving up your perspective and to gaining this new insight. And it's like, okay, you can be resistant if you want to, but the divine's going to slap you upside the head. And it's just like unnecessary at this point. So do what you can to like search deep within and find your faith. What do you fucking believe in, Scorpio? Do you believe in you? Because as soon as you get unstuck, bam, as soon as you get unstuck, as soon as you start visualizing what you want this, what your next, what your true 10 of cups, what your true definition of success and fulfillment and togetherness is, you're going to be motivated to get the fuck up out of your comfort zone. And then when you do that, bam. Why? Because you fucking deserve it. I love you. You got this. Just believe. And figure out what's keeping you from being so fucking bold in that belief of yourself. And in that belief of what's yours to have. Because it's justice. It's due to you. You are coming into this whole new version of you. You just got to be willing to put down the fight and look at your ego and address maybe some stuff going on with your dad. So that, bam, the divine can spin the block for you. It's coming. I love you.